Okay, we have officially started. We gotta follow up yesterday's stream with a covering the low mid up to.
Hey, you forgot a couple characters.
Did I? Who did I forget?
Yes, Doc and Bowser Jr.
Oh yeah. What do you mean?
DDD, Doc, then Bowser Jr., then Incineroar. Incineroar's right there. I'm just telling you, which order.
Gotcha. You said Incineroar then?
Yeah, Bowser Jr. No, Bowser Jr.'s in front of Doc.
Okay, gotcha. What do you mean? Mike told me he didn't deserve to be there.
Alright, I think that's it. Let's see, then Doc, DDD. Yeah, okay, that's everyone.
Okay, I think today we're gonna cover up to low high tier.
Sick.
All right, so we got quite a few tier lists to go through. We're probably not gonna have Mike on this stream just because.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, unfortunate. He was providing some interesting counter arguments, but
to say the least. Yeah.
But he will definitely be missed. All right.
Alrighty. Next character.
First things first, we got to put the bottom of low mid, just barely coming out from low tier. We have Ridley. All right, so thankfully, well, I don't know. I think Mike would actually agree with this placement. I don't think he'd.
I think Mike would too, honestly.
But
should we cross-reference with the No Imposters playlist or No Imposters tier list?
Yeah. So this tier, Ridley is a weird character because he's so close to being pretty alright, you know? He boxes really well, down tilt's pretty crazy. Nair is insane, just crossing people up back and forth over and over again with his double jump Nair. Starts surprisingly fast and, hits all around him, so he uses it quite religiously. He's really good at air to. Yeah, he's really fast. He's really good at air to air.
His initial dash is so good. He has a command grab too.
Yes,
and really good up air. His up air is so good.
He's essentially a sortie with a command grab, which kind of nuts actually. A killing command grab, mind you. He doesn't struggle recovering ever.
It depends on the character.
Yeah. Okay. He struggles when getting edge guarded, but recovering not so much.
Back is fine.
Yeah. That's what I meant to say.
And if he command grabs you from ledge, he just got all the stage to himself.
Yeah. He legitimately wins neutral, and you have to play from disadvantage.
Then you get into the problems, which are that two of his specials are completely useless. Neutral B, why when do you use it? Down B, especially when you use this one.
It's supposed to be a really good ledge trapping tool, and I will say Ridley's ledge trapping is pretty okay, but it's nothing spectacular, right? Fireball, it'll hit people hanging, or if they pick an option too early or something. I feel like it might also be that maybe we just don't play against good enough Ridleys who knew how to time it properly, because I see Plup do it, and that guy, every time someone's on a ledge, they have to pick an option at the exact perfect time, or they get completely destroyed by Ridley. But that's really the only time you use Fireball. If you do it in neutral, then you lose
neutral.
Yeah, that's really what it boils down to.
Advantage. If they're above you, you lose advantage. If they're below you, you're in disadvantage. Then you lose disadvantage. You're gonna get hit. It's a bad move.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's supposed to be good, but there's no situation where it's good. And then his worst, in my opinion, his worst problem is that he gets comboed like a heavy, but doesn't live like one.
Yeah.
Or one is supposed to, rather. Most heavies just get gimped, so he get gimped. But yeah, he doesn't live very long after he gets comboed for 80.
Yeah. He has a surprisingly good, well, quote unquote, easy time getting down, but getting comboed like a heavy and then dying at 70 is pretty crazy.
It's rough. It's so easy to hit, and he has no shield. So once you're on top of him, once you're outside of his F tilt fair nair range, if you're literally clipping into him, it's over. He has no way to get you off of him, especially in the air. Maybe he can air to air pretty well, but if you're both grounded, he has to drop shield, because if he jumps, he's gonna have to do nair or jump away, which isn't happening because he was hit with a hurt box.
Mhm.
And if he's on the ground, and he has to drop shield, which he won't be able to do because he's huge and you're pressuring his shield.
Yeah.
But it's a huge difference between Ridley having these issues and Banjo not having positives in the first place, which is why he's a tier above.
Yeah, that's very true. That we could definitely go on and on about a lot of the little flaws that Ridley has. Out of shield game being a little lackluster. I mean, yes, he has up smash, but it's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Backwards edit shields aren't that great.
Yeah, it really just boils down to Ridley has a lot of good things, like up smash covering the entirety of so many different platforms. Really, really good boxing, and essentially being a swordy with a killing command grab. But everything else is kind of, flawed. I think that's the best way to describe Ridley. He's not bad, but he's flawed.
Next character?
All right, yep. Next character we got. Hold on, I gotta.
Piranha Plant.
Piranha
What was
Plant.
that?
There you
Luigi's Mansion just appeared on screen for like half a second.
I don't know, honestly. That's my background, but I don't know why it appeared.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, Piranha Plant. It's kind of weird. He's net below Palutena, Min Min, Midnight, Lucina, Joker. Down.
All right. There he is. He's so forgettable.
So yeah, he is forgettable, and there's a reason for that. What does he have? Ledge trapping.
That's about it.
Yep. His neutral's not good. His landing is alright. His combo game does not exist. Oh wow, I hit Patui up air. No, you didn't. That was a fake clip.
Yeah.
His recovery is exploitable by almost everyone. And, when you can't win neutral, and you don't get a lot off of winning neutral, and then you have to go play the ledge trapping game, which granted, ledge trapping game is pretty alright. It's really good, actually. Definitely top 15 ledge trapping. Win neutral how? And then let's say you win neutral, but you don't put them at ledge, now what? He has low mobility, low damage output, killing power. It's inconsistent, he has no confirms. And he kind of can only get it off of raw hits. And he has no range, he struggles against... It's one of those characters that's like, man, how do you beat any archetype? And then you realize he only beats the bad characters in those archetypes.
I will say though, we have seen a lot of really interesting results with him. Like there's a guy named Brood has been really putting in work with Piranha Plant, just to talk about his strengths as to why he's up here. Because it seems like, yes, he has a lot of bad things. Ledge trapping, great. Damage output is, if you grab them in the Toxic Cloud, great.
The Toxic Cloud does kind of, I don't want to say commands you to do anything, but it's pressure nonetheless.
Yeah, it's a part of the stage that you just cannot go to, and that's pretty big. Obviously, comboing this character is really, really weird, or just if he just has Patui in general, touching him is kind of a risk in itself.
It's awkward for some characters.
Yeah.
Like non-swordies and non-tether grab characters. It's like, man, what?
Yeah, it is a little perplexing. I will say though, the other really big strength of this character that really I think solidifies him and puts him here is you cannot jump on this character. He has so many.
It's just like Mario. I get it now.
Yeah, just like Mario, you cannot jump on him. His up smash is so disjointed. Like his entire head is invincible.
It's invincible, and it just annihilates you, and then does 30 damage too.
Not to mention, if you try to go higher to double jump, over it because you're expecting it, Patui's non-committable, and it essentially does the same thing, but with a little less payoff.
Yeah.
So I think for those reasons, Piranha Plant has kind of solidified him, even though he's kind of a gimmick for that reason. I think those strengths are big enough to command himself to being able to command himself over particular archetypes of characters is huge.
Yeah. We've gotten to the point where it's more like this character's more sad than just funnily fun. It doesn't work to the point where it's comical. It's just like, oh man, you're almost really good.
Mm-hmm. Hold on just a second.
Almost there. It's not like, oh, fix tail hurt bucks almost there. It's like, you need another tool almost there.
Yeah.
Like, you need like a back special or something.
Alright. I'll be right back. I have to run and go do something for like half a second. I promise it won't take long. Tell them why Steve's top 8 like you said a long time ago.
That didn't happen. The secret is because he's from Minecraft, and since Minecraft is the best-selling game, he's the best character. It's that simple. You disagree, you're wrong, factually speaking.
Dang, Chugs, really nothing to say to the YouTube audience about why you initially said that Minecraft Steve was.
I did already. I explained it. You can watch it in the VOD.
All right, we'll do. All right, let's see here. Next character.
This character, one we'll probably be able to say the least about today. Meta Knight.
Yeah, Meta Knight. Talking about sad characters.
Yeah, he's really close to being good, and then they're like, yeah, 4% forwarder.
All right, yeah. On my adventure to get every character into Elite Smash, in order to get this character into Elite Smash, I had to watch a Meta Knight like guide, and the only one I could find, essentially what I was told was, okay, your goal is to 0 to death them. If you don't at the very first exchange of the match, then the rest of the stock is just going to be miserable. And it's true. He actually can like the 0 to death thing is it's not like as fake of a Twitter clip as you would initially believe. Yes, you can SDI it. For those wondering, but even with max SDI, he still can react to it and still kill you off of it. He can actually get pretty freeform with it. And getting hit by this character's like landing nair or landing dash attack or just a raw grab is crazy. Also I should mention a lot of his game plan is oriented around air camping people with how many jumps he has. Jumping around full hop distance and then using your double jumps to hover with down air so that you pressure people to not challenge you. So you mix up. Yeah. And then your mix up is you mix up what jump you decide to fast fall in there with, and then you either do a grab or dash attack. And he's got such a weird linear game plan, and yes, it's really, really strong if it works. And I imagine characters that can't really deal with it, and characters that don't have like a really good juggle tool, probably actually really struggle with this character. But if you have anything at all that you can contest Meta Knight with, or if you can just put out a hitbox that prevents you from, getting nared on or something uncommittable, his entire game plan just kind of falls apart.
Then you're thinking, alright, but why is Meta Knight not in low tier? This sounds like a low tier character. It is, except he has the one thing that can save any character from being a low tier. He's short.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. If you're short, you don't have a -2 against, like, most of the good characters in this game.
Yeah, just a lot of characters.
That's all it takes.
Yeah, a lot of characters' movesets just don't work, or like the consistency for their combos. Like, just with Joker, him being so fast and being short, trying to land fair one, I imagine is a nightmare.
Like, some characters just, it's like, I'm not gonna lose to Meta Knight, but I can barely hit him, so I'm sure not winning easily.
Easy
And
dog.
That's enough.
Yeah.
Forcing
Easy.
people to play the game in an entirely different way just forces some characters, even good ones, to just completely crumple most of the time in neutral.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty powerful.
Yeah, it's like some characters legitimately don't have an answer for Meta Knight, and because of that, that's why we have to put him up here.
Meta Knight's winning matchups are just incredibly funny to watch because it's like, wow, you're like a high tier and you're losing to Meta Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Easy Dog says, okay, Banjo is not a low tier, and DK no way. Dr. Mario is the second worst character in the game.
There's that Dr. Mario sheep take.
Yeah, I think so. His recovery. I would say these are valid things to say because everyone's opinion matters. But we covered low tier yesterday. We're going over the low mid tier right now.
They can't argue with tiers you already did.
Yeah.
Instant win. Alright, sick.
All right.
Anyways,
next character. Let's see.
Ice Climbers.
Ice Climbers. There you go. I totally have the tier list already pulled up.
So there's this weird stigma where whenever you're looking at someone's matchup chart, you look at their +2 section. It's Ganondorf, Mac, and then Ice Climbers. Why is this? Because no one realizes how powerful their two best things about them are. Their first best thing about them is that everything is plus. Look at their ultimate frame data. Their fair is 0 on shield. Their back air, or no, their fair is +4. Their back air is 0.
I think
their nair is plus like 7.
Does ultimate frame data account for Nana?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Yeah.
And then you look at their second best ability. I mean, obviously this is including like, oh haha, I grabbed you, die. Is that they have 2 shields, which means if you're a character who inherently plays mix-up based neutral, you don't have a fun time against this character. Because they're double shield stun, and that's why they have an even matchup with really good characters. Like Joker cannot pressure their shield in the slightest, since his disjoint is almost non-existent. If he tries to bear their shield, oh, I just hit 2 shields. Now instead of being -6 while landing, I'm -18. I just got grabbed. I don't get to play the game right now.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, a powerful ability is forcing people to play outside their comfort zone, just like short characters, just like Meta Knight.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not enough to carry you much higher than this because a lot of characters just, oh, I have a hitbox. You're separated.
Yeah,
strange
how both Meta Knight and Ice Climber's entire game plan is 0 to deathing people, but when it doesn't work, it's like, oof. I mean,
and who guessed the next character is?
Yeah. Hold on. Mess says, "Can I share my Kirby takes?" We're getting there.
Getting there.
All right. Speaking of,
right here.
Yeah. Speaking of characters who 0 to death people, and when they don't, it's sad. Bayonetta.
Wow, look at all these used to be top tiers.
Yeah. How far we've fallen.
Actually, Ice Climber should still be top tiers. I think it should patch in wobbling, but that's just me.
That would be an interesting change. I'm sure. I'm sure if like some like slight buff to Ice Climbers happens, there could very easily be wobbling again.
That's the thing. They were so terrified of letting wobbling be in this game. They tried their hardest to absolutely make sure Nana would completely explode the second you got a grab. They couldn't even do it.
Yeah. I mean, even then though, sorry to be harking on Ice Climbers still, but you know, there's so many mechanics that they implemented that you can just bypass by doing like very specific inputs. Like whenever you get a grab as Popo, or if you know Popo gets grabbed, ordinarily Nana's supposed to just freak out and not do anything. But that's 99% of the time not the case.
It doesn't work. Because I'm trying to pressure Ice Climber shields, you know, tether grab. I grab Popo, Nana will run to me and then forward smash me for grabbing Popo. Like, why? That's not how this is supposed to work.
Yeah, this isn't how the game's supposed to be played.
Oh, and God forbid you're a combo character who's trying to combo Ice Climbers. Because then your moves, your game plan, non-existent. Mario cannot play against this character. Mario isn't even with his character. It's so funny. Falco decimated. Cheek decimated. Bayo decimated. Meta Knight decimated. It's so funny when they win matchups because the opponent is invalidated somehow by ice climbers.
Yeah, dude. Another thing. I'll just throw it out there. I mean, we don't really care about.
By the way.
Yeah, we don't. We don't care. This will be the last thing I say about ice climbers, and I just would have put it out there for anyone who's a Wi-Fi only player. Side B is crazy, even offline. It's not as crazy as it is online, but it's still a little silly.
There's no way a move that mixes up either crossing you up, not crossing you up, or just being completely safe by drifting away is bad.
They can also drift onto platforms too. So.
Oh yeah, thank God. He really needed it.
All right. Anyways.
You went to punish them? Haha, Nana forward smashed you for missing.
Yeah. All right. Bayonetta time.
Bayonetta. I mean, we all know why Bayonetta is bad. Can't kill. For neutrals, inconsistent. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, just to dive into it a little bit more, the reason why your neutral's inconsistent is because you're really just down to think, okay, is she gonna side B on the ground or is she going to side B in the air? Both are beaten by shield. So what does she do against shield? She has no real answer against shield. So you just kind of.
I'm gonna run up grab. Oh, I got down throw.
Yeah, what? You can explain Kirby, and we'll add you to the call for your Kirby take whenever we get there.
Yeah. Once again, Kirby's like 8 years up from this, so you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but what does she have? Weird winning matchups. She beats Rob. She beats Bowser. She has like evens, I'm sure, with some other top tier I don't know about, because who doesn't at this point?
Yeah, it just gets to the point where you just can't push buttons against her in neutral for free, because if at any point she sees you pressing a button, that's like an instant side B, and that
Side B. Oops,
yeah.
You died.
Yeah, so it creates this really, I mean, obviously everyone thinks Bayonetta is super boring because of that, right?
Yeah, bait and punish is not fun to watch, especially when you're not good at it. At least in Smash 4, you can just play Rushdown anyways, and you would still be top 1, even though bait and punish Bayonetta is better.
All right. Anything else you'd like to say about Bayonetta? And yes, she's 0 to death people, but it's still really inconsistent.
Sometimes she just hits you with side B and you get 0 to death, and you're like, man, that sucks.
Yeah. It does happen.
It happens sometimes.
Yeah, it's weird because it's not true because you can SDI or DI out most of the time, but they can still technically account for it, but it's very, very precise.
Like sometimes you get your disadvantage option right at like the top of the stage, and you're like, shit.
Yeah.
Also, really, really, really good recovery.
Yes, most definitely. Like Meta Knight and Bayonetta, you just can't contest. A lot. I would, and that's really the only characters.
That is to run off stage and just throw a disjointed hitbox or a sex kick and hope you take one of their jumps. If you do, well, Meta Knight will still probably make it back. If you take Bayonetta's jump, she might actually just die. Her recovery kind of sucks without a jump, unless you're at a wall stage. But how are you hitting Bayonetta? Because then you risk, for whatever reason, you risk hitting her up B, which will then combo you off stage for 60% anyways.
There's a chance if you use your double jump to try to like contest her as well that you might just die for it.
Oh yeah. Also, witch time still dumb.
Yes.
Like yeah, sometimes clunk, haha, but counters are inherently dishonest. But most counters are like, I crossed you up and then you missed, or you have no range, or your frames are bad. Bayonetta's has like compensation frames, like oh you misread and mistimed it, but you're all right. You're still positive. Because the bat within is frame 1 air dodge too. That's fun. Very fun mechanic.
All right, let's go ahead and get messing here because it's time.
It's very much time.
All right, our boy. All right, I'll go ahead and. Do I have Mess added as a friend?
Let's just hop in. I actually don't want to hop into imposters. I don't need Mike on this.
Yeah. Because he does just kind of drag it on. Because we're getting this done pretty quickly and reliably with
without someone telling me that Beta is a sleeper top tier right now.
Yeah. All right. I do not have Mess added as a friend. Apparently.
I do almost it.
All right.
Shoot. Wait. Do I think go in here and like press a button?
There's like a add friends to DM thing.
Yeah. Why can't you do it outside the DM? Whatever.
All right.
Let's go.
All right.
nasty. And now we just wait for
Okay.
mess.
All right. I am curious to see if he agrees with us or if he disagrees with us. I feel like I got
I'm pretty sure he
the.
rates Kirby lower than we do most of the time, but I think he also has a bigger low tier.
Interesting. All right, Mess. We're ready for your. We got the Kirby main on deck. We're ready to hear exactly what your opinion is. Where we have Kirby is Kirby in a good spot?
Hold on. Sorry,
Hold on.
For no reason. Let me see.
It's all right.
KPK screen share.
Oh yeah. Hold on. I'll screen share here so you can.
Yeah. Well, I'm here to tell you why Kirby's the sleeper top tier. Never mind. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good placement for him, in my opinion. Probably one of the best I've seen. Unlike Mike, who says he's Mike and Hydra, who say he's bottom 5, even though he beats like three top tiers.
So what? You said it's all right. Where do you think he is? We're not gonna move him, but where do you think he is?
Well, I like where you have him. I think after seeing like a lot of matchups and develop and stuff over and having a PDR player play Kirby, I'd say that either top of low mid or probably maybe like the worst true mid character.
Fun fact: this is actually the top of low mid.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for the follow. 10,000 takes. He says Bowser's top 10. Interesting take.
Very true. Just wait till we get to top tier. You
Yeah.
won't be disappointed. Spoiler alert: Min is there too. I don't know how to jump. Okay.
All right. So.
I don't know how to jump.
Oh shit! Mike DM me.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Ooh, this is a threat. This is a threatening screenshot.
Oh boy. Hold on. I need to see it. Send it
Let
to
me
me.
correct all caps real quick. Now I'm gonna head out. Oh my god. KP, are we doing this?
What are we doing?
We're going to the no imposter server to talk with Mike. Correct Mike cap.
I want to because he's funny, but at the same time I feel like it's gonna drag on for like 5 years. Like last
Dude, Mike will actually talk for 3 years about why we put like Isabel one spot down.
Alright, I said no, monkey. Let's move on.
Oh no.
Kirby, the good. He's short, which once again forces most characters to play the game entirely differently than they usually do. Which, when when Ultimate's supposed to be a area-based game and you can't use aerials, that sucks. What else does he have? Good moves. Very, very good moves.
True.
High damage, combo ability, and they're not big, but for his size, they're pretty alright. Like,
Back air's
he doesn't have peach lit boxes.
Back air and fair is pretty alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think he has alright ground speed. His air speed's obviously terrible. He has multiple jumps, which is no, his jumps low, but he has a lot of them. Yeah, his out of shield is unfortunate, but he has a small shield, so it doesn't matter. So you can just parry every landing aerial, because they can only do it at one
The
time.
thing about Kirby's shield is it's just as much of an enigma as he is. Like, he is pretty slow out of shield option, but the thing is, punching it with anything that he can punch is like omega dangerous. Because he can do a ton out of shield if he can punch it.
Yeah, the other thing about his out of shield is this is a multi-hit that also can cross you up, or he can drift back from, or he can mix up with different
Fair
aerial.
does cross up most characters out of shield.
He has good buttons. The problem comes when you're facing a character who says, "I'm not gonna fight you though."
Or
stand over here.
Or
Yeah.
It's either fighting or just like if even just playing keep away. Like it's not even just like I don't want to. It's not even I'm gonna camp you. It's more of like, hey, what if I just play slight keep away, throw a projectile, run a little bit. That's where he really struggles.
He's slow.
And then
Characters forced him off the ground. Now he's even slower.
yeah, that's really what it boils down to. His advantage is really scary though.
Oh, very. Like, dude, if you're trying to land against Kirby, for some reason he can't juggle you, but him catching your landing, Jesus. Like Jesus.
Kirby's
also, down tilt
winning
racist. Down tilt super racist.
Also, his winning matchup spread is honestly
He's
really
weird. His matchup spread is insanely weird.
For such a bad character, he is one of the most amazing top winning and neutral matchup spreads. But then your problem is he is like 4-3.
He loses to DK.
He loses to
Just
DK.
imagine a character who loses to DK and goes even with Palutena.
Yeah.
That's Kirby.
He beat Palutena actually.
That's cap. Whatever.
Yeah, that's a,
We don't need to discuss all this on stream. Look, basically, Kirby goes really well against a lot of the top tiers for some reason, except for like 3 of them.
Yeah, so like Snake, Ivysaur, Yoshi, and Sonic all -3 him.
It is specifically Ivysaur. All the other Pokemon are fine.
Oh yeah, Pokemon Train is actually even or -0.5 if they use all of them evenly. But anyone who knows the match can just use Ivysaur, press Nair, and Kirby will never be able to touch you because it beats out all of his arrows for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty solid character, except for when he's not.
Yeah, I think that's really what it boils down to. Mike, I will say, we do value your opinion. However, we do have to get this done a little bit faster than what we did yesterday, because last time
we were planning to make it to high mid last time. We made it to low tier.
Yeah, we'll make it to low high this time, but we do value your opinions, and we will. Huh?
Okay. Sorry.
We will compare this to the No Imposters after we finish.
Yeah, once we're finished, we get more discussion, and
Yes.
that closes out low mid tier.
Yep.
Overall,
Yay.
characters that have really weird matchup spread, but it's just there's not enough winning.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a lot of like, oh wow, that character goes even with that character. That's weird. But then, well, it's not really adding. That's not helping enough. But yeah, pretty good. This is the part where the game starts getting like playable.
Yeah, these are characters that like, I want to say they have either a lot of very tiny weaknesses or one big weakness. You know,
Like Bayo's one big weakness is shield. She loses to shield. No, Plant has like a bunch of like, oh, I can't really do this thing, but he has so many things that he just can't do. Like ugh. And Meta Knight, it's like no damage, and then Ridley is like big. And then Kirby is
dies
like,
early.
Like, oh, I have a little bunch of small problems. Same with Ice Climbers.
Yeah.
Now low mid is like when it's like, if you're really committed, you can definitely solo main this character. You're not gonna super place well, as you would if you played Palutena, but it'll be fine.
Yeah, you're definitely not gonna.
From like real characters that you have to actually watch out for in brackets sometimes.
Oh, by the way, one more Kirby take. Stop saying Downer's bad. If anyone here says Kirby Downer's bad, I don't know why people say that.
I don't either. Kirby mains say that. I'm like, why? How?
But like, everyone's like, Downer's his best move. Have you seen Hammer? Hammer's atrociously bad. Like, probably top 3 bad moves in the game.
One use is a reactable shield break setup if you're shielding on a platform.
I've seen some.
Bowser 10 for some reason.
Yeah, I've seen some funny stuff with Hammer, like reverse edge guard Hammer. I don't know why they do that, but
yeah, I've actually reversed edge guard with Hammer. It's definitely funny, but it's not like it's a funny move. It's a joke, but it's not even a good joke move, like menu.
Yeah, it's not like Patooey funny. It's more like I don't know. Nana dies and she got hit by jab. Funny.
All right. For the sake of speeding it up, though, I do think me and Chugs are gonna just solo explain the rest of it. We're very glad to have you on. I'm glad we got some Kirby main takes.
Yeah,
thanks.
It was nice to bring on people who made the character besides Mike.
Wait, hold on. Is Mike commenting right now on the thing?
No. Yeah, he's in chat.
Yeah.
Is he HQ?
No, he's Mike Matic, right?
Oh.
Or is he HQ?
He's HQ Gaming League right now.
Oh, okay. Mike, send the VODs.
All right. So, moving on to mid-tier, we have this. Speaking of characters with one big weakness, where did I put him? Here we go. Simon. So, yes, he is definitely still in the category of one big weakness, but at the same time, he commands the neutral so well. Like, I remember Chugs was disagreeing me with, like, thinking we should put him in low mid tier because he has that, the same philosophy of like, oh yeah, he just gets edge guarded so hard. But then I pulled up F-Tilt's frame data. That shit's crazy. And just having something so non-committable that you can just throw out. Man, Mike's going off. All right, anyways.
Mike is pissed.
Yeah. Anyways. Yeah, so such a commanding neutral. Once he gets you to the ledge, there's a very good chance he could kill you just because, holy water is so insane.
It's oppressive, honestly.
Yeah, it covers like 3 of the depending on how many ledge options most people widely consider there are, it covers a large majority of them. and then everything else is very easily accounted for.
You don't know pain unless you play a character who loses to Simon Belmont.
Yeah.
If your character loses to Simon Belmont, you have the least fun you've ever had fighting this character in your entire life. Thank you for your opinions, Mike. You play K. Rool. Now,
Yeah.
problems with Simon. Well, all of his hits are linear. He's really bad at controlling, like, oh, I'm going diagonal now. He only really has axe, which not that good. You know, and he's pretty slow.
You can't.
Ability is awful. He can't turn around the air for crap.
I will say you
Recovery,
can't.
obviously,
You can't shield more than one axe though.
That is true. You cannot just sit and shield versus this character. Not only is everything safe and huge, but like he can force you out of it so well.
Like I've actually I remember shield breaking prototype whenever I got the guy on random not too long ago. Like I shield broke.
Smash, it's like dang, why?
But yeah.
I just chat out of my vision.
Yeah, I need to keep looking away, otherwise Mike's gonna throw us on another tangent.
The gravitational pull of Mike's comments, dude.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The inconsistency of just, oh, I hit him. Okay.
Yeah, it's that is really what it boils down to. His neutral is just so oppressive, and it's actually really hard to get on the character because down tilt, you know, he's across the stage now, and it's safe on block. And
oh, frame 6 out of shield. Thank God he has that.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy actually.
The problem is he just explodes once you get on top of him.
Yeah, like he doesn't have like a good get off me tool aside from up B, I guess. But even like when someone's on top of you, it's really not that good. It's a good out of shield, but it's not a good get off me.
Especially not a good recovery.
Yes, recovery is by far the worst thing about this character, as unfortunate as it is for the Belmont player. Good for us, though. You know.
Absolutely. That would be -10 if I couldn't just anvil him off stage and now he's dead.
Yeah, I don't know what a lot of characters would do if he had a good recovery. Pretty ridiculous.
So, yeah,
yep. All right, next character.
This character is...
it is my boy Toon Link. I will say I don't know a whole lot about this character, so I feel a little.
Neither do I.
Yeah,
we kind of just put him here.
Yeah.
To be honest.
I feel like the main reason we put him here is one, you don't see a whole lot of results. His neutral is very similar to Link and Toon Link's, and the fact that, you know, he has boomerang, arrow, you know, all
stupid.
Yeah, all those really obnoxious things, but he just does what they do, but worse. Like, yes, he has bomb confirms, which are nice, but why would you want a bomb confirm when you can get a confirm off, you know, a fire arrow that goes halfway across the stage, right?
Or down tilt that's -7 on shield.
Yeah,
and
it's
like only actable and can be spammed.
Yeah, the character, he is just, I don't know how else to put it except that he's just worse young Link.
And he's also floaty, which is never that great. You know, some characters can work with it, but it doesn't fit with the projectile character. You'd rather do falling projectiles. KPK, don't look at chat.
Yeah, I glanced at it. I glanced at it.
Yeah, I see it flying, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, next character. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh wait. Oh no. I need to. Who is it? Who is it? Ooh. Okay. I know a little bit about this one. Because
we just ignore this one for now. Wait till Mike's away.
I know a little bit about this one because I actually played a bunch of him. So I'm not gonna look at chat. But Villager. So this character is really, really good at, you know, just commanding the neutral, because Lloyd does so much because it's, you know, it sits in front of him for a good second and it very slowly moves, which allows Villager to follow off of it really, really well. Like, fairing to anti-air covers a lot for most characters. On top of that, you know, he can just run behind it and grab. But he also can put down tree to prevent people from approaching, which is really, really strong. He can recover from anywhere, but it is still very, very susceptible. Back throw kill.
There's another mid tier. He doesn't know there's 2 mid tiers. Or sorry, 3 mid tiers.
Yeah. But the biggest problem that I see a lot of characters very easily deal with Villager, his fair that's supposed to be this really commanding tool that prevents you from going in a very particular area, can get clanked with so easily. Like I remember listening to like a Falcon, like at least Fatality's take on it, and he was like, yeah, if you just throw out an air, the first hit will clank with the pellet, and then the next hit comes out and it just like smacks them, and then you get advantage. And
I hold jab, then I walk straight forward. Forward air doesn't hit me.
Yeah, it really just kind of boils down to what's this character gonna do if someone just powers through it anyways. Like most characters can just kind of clank through it and push through, which makes his mix up kind of not real. On top of that, this character has no get off me tools. Nair is so fake. Nair is
so small. It's like, oh, frame 3, and you can do 2 in a short hop. Look at the hitbox.
Yeah, it's
so,
really.
Like, it's one of the fake moves in this entire game.
Yeah, for as much.
So good.
Yeah, I will say I think frame 3 out of shield. That's not true.
Yeah, no, it's frame 6 out of shield.
Yeah, frame 6, and it also has no invincibility, so it's like
one of the best arrows in the game. Right now, I could find a better arrow on literally every character below him.
Yeah,
it would not be hard.
It really
Diamond
just
forward air, Kirby back air, Bayonetta back air, Ice Climbers fair, Bed Knight up air, Arm Planet sucks, Ridley fair, Banjo sucks, DK back air, Run air. It's not. I can keep going. It's so easy.
It's like, yes, fair has a lot of range to it, right? And it's relatively strong if you hit with a close hitbox, but at the same time, it also just loses to everything. So, you know.
And it's like, oh, I forced them to jump over me.
Mm.
Now what?
It may not be unsafe, but at the same time, he has no fast moves, so technically it is unsafe.
Because his pressure is so easy to just like, oh, sick pressure, dash back.
Yeah, it's like, it's not unsafe, but if he hits it, you know he has to do a defensive option, because what else is he going to do? Fair comes out so slow, Nair's not, Nair's so fake, as we've already covered. It's like
does things and then he just can't do anything else besides that one gimmick of I'm gonna keep you out with my okay moves.
Yeah, I think he's really good. I think he's really, really good for like people who are just picking up the game, because he's really flowchart, right? Because as soon as you put out like Lloyd, it commands a lot, right? Especially against newer players. But once you start playing against players who actually know what they're doing and how to deal with it, it really, really falls apart.
But yeah, enough about Villager. Basically, summary, fake moves.
Yeah, fake.
He's alright at zoning.
Yeah, fake moves, pretty okay zoning. If you respect him, then you'll have a hard time. But if you don't, then he just kind of crumbles.
I'm just gonna power through. Oh, did I get clipped by like his fair while trying to dash into him? Oh, I took 4. He gets no follow up.
All right, let's hope that Mike doesn't ping Figgy for this one. But
Jesus, man, that'd be terrifying.
Yeah. All right, Robin. So, Robin has a lot of the same stuff as Villager, but it's not fake.
Yeah, she has. I used to think Robin was a lot better than she was. Actually, let's talk about the goods first. I'll talk about that in a minute.
Okay.
Robin has extremely powerful aerials that are really big. She has sword moves, definitely. It's not a fake sword.
Strong sword
moves. The hitbox is kind of exploitable because it doesn't have one, but it goes far and it has a lot of mix.
Yeah.
She's what else?
There's a chance you could just get spiked if you mess up the edge guarding her too.
Oh yeah, that too. She has a pretty good command grab.
Her ledge trapping is.
Oh, I'm behind. Okay.
Her ledge trapping's really scary too. Like she essentially has the Belmont thing, but also down smash.
Yeah, which is like Jesus, why?
Yeah, that shit hella kills too. It's not even a contest. She can just completely put herself back in the game by 40% if she grabs someone while she's at while someone's at 0. It's kind of nuts too.
And her shield pressure sometimes is like, oh, what?
Yeah, there's another big thing is there's a good chance that she could just hit you with a straight aerial that's safe and you'll just die. So I feel like that's a really big thing. All of her charges of Thoron have their own individual uses. Like the full charge is actually really good for edge guarding, believe it or not, just because while you're falling, if you use it, that whole hitbox also falls with you. So it just creates this huge rectangle of a no-go zone. Also, the multi-hit one, of course, you can get either shield poked or shield broken off of it if it just hits your shield. So you have to spot dodge it, which is kind of hard because it starts out really, really slow and then it speeds up.
Yeah, speed is awkward to deal with. But there's a downside, which is like, oof. It's rough. She starts not only does she not start the game with Levin Sword, which is absolutely awful that the first neutral of the game you have to basically play handicapped, but she has to lose Levin Sword. During the game, you're going to lose Levin Sword. There's no working around it. There's no managing your resources to not lose it. There's no like, oh, I'm going to use it later. No, you have to use your normals eventually, and it's going to run out no matter what.
Yeah, as soon as your Levin Sword's gone, you lose so much pressure. Like, if
everything becomes small, nothing is safe. She already doesn't have good air. Like, her aerials are like, oh, this is cool, but I can only do one mix-up in the air at a time. I gotta do rising or falling. There's nothing else.
There's nothing stopping you from jumping in on her once she doesn't have a Levin Sword. It's pretty sad.
Problem with her is that she loses if she whiffs. She loses a lot, and she's slow. So if you just learn to dash back against this character, literally, what does she do?
Yeah,
you can't just not use her 11 moves.
Dash back and spot dodge are surprisingly good to avoid certain things, like rolling into her whenever she does her side B too. Surprisingly strong. Like
some characters can run under it too. Like I know Roy can literally. Rob showed me a video of him just running under Figgy's side B.
Yeah, like there's definitely like, and I think the biggest thing for me as far as like dealing with her, she has no get off me tools. Like Nair is okay.
Like every sortie she can't land.
Yeah, and because of that she just gets juggled forever. Yeah.
But yeah. Alright. She still has very real strengths.
Yeah.
Next character.
Alright, next character. Let's see. We got Pit. Alright. So Pit.
He's Dark Pit.
Oh yeah, Dark Pit. You're right.
He's a cool character.
I also think he's slightly better, but
I actually do too. I think the arrows being mobile, I think that's crap.
Yeah, I'd like.
Projectile is more important, anyways.
I think having the mobile arrows is cool, and I actually play Pit more often because of that. On top of that, the side B killing off the side is more usable than off the top.
I feel like because side B is definitely just a move that exists solely to cheese. And if you're cheesing someone, why not cheese them at ledge?
Yeah,
the earliest possible.
Yeah, and that's why Dark Pit's a little. I think Pit is better, but Dark Pit is easier. Interesting. I'll look at some of Mike's.
Same character, whatever. Who cares?
I'll look at some of Mike's take for this because I know he plays against Kyo and himself, but I'm only gonna look at them so much. I'm gonna be real.
While you're looking at those and reading, I'll go ahead and describe why he's here. He's really good. He has obviously arrow, which is a pretty good projectile no matter which pit you're playing. Either Dark Pit just controls the ground, or normal Pit controls everything. Because like that arrow is kind of stupid most of the time.
Yeah.
The problem is it does like no damage. Dark Pit's arrow is a little bit better for damage.
Can kill too.
Oh yeah, for some reason. They have really good edge guarding. Their recovery can make it back to ledge. No guarantee you're not just gonna get 2-framed, but you can make it back. Their multi-hits mean you can't parry anything. They have kind of a sword. You know, they have pit boxes, so it's whatever. They have pretty good combo game. They have a really consistent kill confirm and like down tilt stuff and like up tilt stuff. And you know, that's kind of it. Like you think, oh, that's barely any strengths at all. Well, weaknesses are like bad recovery, can't kill that consistently.
Yeah, I think that's really what it is. His strengths is like, yeah, he kind of has a little bit of everything. He has kind of answer. You know, you can't like camp him out. He has a decent reflect. Also he has projectiles of his own. He boxes people really well because his multi hits and stuff like that.
Yeah. He can't do landing aerials though. His Nair and Fair are not safe.
Yeah, Nair out of shield though is surprisingly good.
Really
like,
good. What frames 7?
And the multi hit makes it like kind of difficult to contest.
A mix up.
And
bait out their out swap is still a mix up, which sucks.
Yeah. Bear's safest.
You can't rely on facing away from your opponent for shield pressure.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean...
He does have multiple jumps, though, so he's actually not doing that bad. But yeah, that's only one move. It doesn't lead into anything.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. He has like a frame 5. He has like a weird mix-up where he'll like hit you with the back, hit a down smash, and then F smash because F smash is super fast for some reason.
Oh yeah. This move is stupid. And it's a multi-hit, so if you get hit by it, drop shield. Ooh, you're dead.
Yeah.
And then the legendary gay confirm down air up smash.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
You've never fought on Wi-Fi. You've never.
He's got solid damage confirms too. Like just down throw into like down air into nair into fair. That's a pretty good. That's a pretty good chunk of damage. And also like killing with forward throw is kind of slept on in this game, just because
it's real.
Yeah, it's like having to respect that as a ledge trap thing, and not being able to just react to someone trying to roll behind you and back throw is it's pretty big. Not to mention his forward throw comes out super fast, so chances of you DIing it properly is it's kind of a toss up.
And he has back throw final smash, which that's crazy.
Yeah, honest. Pretty good, really good character in doubles.
One of those things where you're like, oh well, you don't have any -2s, but you don't have any +2s either.
Yeah.
Maybe Mac.
Perhaps.
But yeah, he's just all right.
Yeah.
And now we're starting to get into the characters where like, shit, you're actually a pretty solid character. If I see this in bracket, I am not just gonna sleep. This character will be possibly second worst, actually third worst inclusion in Smash ever. Violet.
Okay, so it's hard to say because I fought True a lot, but I feel like True kind of places the matchup unoptimally.
He complains about Falcon down to oh my god, what? Oh boy. Is she
alright?
Is she too high or what?
Is she too high or too low? I don't know.
At least tell she's too high or too low.
Yeah.
Like having a paragraph, dude. I just want to know.
Way too high.
Way too high.
Bro, I
don't know. She has a sword.
Yeah, sword. Having a sword alone is pretty big.
I was gonna list her other strengths, but that's really all you need. You need a sword. You're pretty alright.
Alright.
She has down tilt, which like it's -13, sure, but it's disjointed and it just sets up an up air every percent.
Yeah, pretty safe kill confirm.
Her up moves, all of her up moves are really fucking good.
Side B is like
her up air is insane.
Side B is like, okay, someone drifting away from you, or like someone's like right on top of you. Are they gonna drift to the left or right? You just automatically get it. On top of that.
Oh, there's a sortie. I'm gonna play bait. There's a slow sortie. I'll play bait and punish, then punish their in lag. Oops, side B.
Yeah.
Did
Also,
23.
Also, does up B like actually grab, or is that fake?
Oh no! Wait, does it beat shield? I'm pretty sure. I'm like 99% sure it does. I can't. It either doesn't beat shield. It either goes through shield or grabs him. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter though, because Byleth already has insane platform pressure by just doing up air.
Yeah. Like on top of that, if she does hit you with the side, like the up B, she does get like a guaranteed side B, and if she's really feeling saucy and you don't feel like air dodging, she'll she gets the down air and stuff. You know how it be.
Unlike all those sorties, she has a unique distinction of I have a landing aerial, or like landing from being total aerial. In Nair is really good. It's not big, but it doesn't matter when you already have a big fair and bear.
Yeah, that's true.
You use it; it's a multi-hit and it combos.
Yeah, fair and bear.
Pretty good.
Yeah, fair and bear are pretty strong, especially at the ledge. The arrow mix-up it's all right. It's definitely not good, but
it's kind of fake.
Yeah, you do actually have to respect arrow off stage though. That shit will actually kill you. The uncharged one. Like,
but yeah, solid character, but she's slow.
Yeah, that's really her only downside, right? Because she recovers for free.
That and she has a little trouble covering diagonals.
Yeah,
little, like the slightest bit, because you can just up air, and that'll probably cover it anyways.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, up tilt's okay. Next tier. All right. So let's get started with the high mid tier, and I think these characters are actually solo main viable.
These are threats to your game. These are like characters. Also, fun. Like most of these characters are like shit. I don't know anything about this character.
Yeah.
A lot of this is gonna be kind of like fumbled takes. Because I'm gonna be honest, if I said I knew a lot about Corrin, I'd be lying.
Yeah, that's true.
But, what do I know? Back air is a DLC move and a half.
Mm-hmm.
They did not nerf anything from Smash 4 in that move. Jesus.
Yeah.
Auto spaces, -4, and disjointed. Also kills. She has kill confirmed with her aerials. But
Yeah.
she's slow. She has bad ground game. Yeah, she has bad ground game. Or, well, yeah, she does. But I meant to say grab game and out of shield. And,
Yeah.
but she has a sword.
Uppy
How
out
bad
of
can you be?
Hold on. What frame is Uppy
That's
out of
what they-
shield?
Dude, that's so fake. That's like frame 20.
Yeah, I don't imagine it's good.
I think it has iframes in the air, but like, come on. That's just cheese at that point.
Yeah. All right. Keep talking while I look this up.
I had a thing to say.
She has a projectile, which a lot of sorties don't have. I know it's a bad one, but it is a projectile. So
It's very true. It's like Ken Sudoku, where it's like, well, at least they have it.
yeah, it's like
There's
in the
not
sortie
having it.
matchup. Technically, she can force people to approach. Technically,
It's like punch.
yeah. Let's see.
But yeah, she's all right. She has stuff. I don't think she's top 15 like Cosmo says.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it's invulnerable on frame 7. Yeah. It's not a good. It's not a good.
Yeah, it's like invulnerable in frame 7, sure, but if someone just shields or whatever, it's like, oh, doesn't matter. Oh, I moved back, it doesn't matter. Oh, I jumped again, doesn't matter. Like the only time that's ever gonna come into play is if they're mashing. But how many people are gonna mash a move that's like -7?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, she has a sword, so she's not bad. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
I think Nair. I mean, I don't know if you ever covered that. I was a little too focused on looking up the frame data, but Nair is kind of what carries. Nair and Bear are kind of what carries her because she gets
Definitely.
she gets a pretty good amount off of those, and her ledge trapping is really weird too because her charge on her F smash, but it's not terrible. It's not great.
Yeah, it's just there.
Yeah, it's something
All
you
right,
have to.
next character, because we're gonna fumble if we keep talking about this. Like it's
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, no.
Let's see fumble this one. So we're gonna be brief about most of the characters in this tier.
All right.
You two, his frame data, his like safety on shield, Jesus.
Yeah,
His counter is -3.
dude, yeah,
Fun fact: when we were debating whether to put him in mid or high mid, and I was like, well, let's check the ultimate frame data. I don't know the safety and frame data of his moves. Why are all of his moves -3? That's crazy. Good.
Yeah, this character's frame data. It like, because what it really boiled down to is like Chugs was like, what he's just like Ridley, but you know, I don't know, just slightly better. I'm like, dude, look up his frame data.
And then I was like, oh, well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically what it boils down to. Is he has really good buttons. He has a really good projectile. It's a charge shot. He's the most mobile charge shot character, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
That's nice. But he has the Ridley problem where it's like, I'm big and I also died. But even worse somehow.
They took away his like obnoxiously good air dodge, because him and Ness back in Smash 4 were tied for best air dodge in the game.
Jesus, man, freaking Ness spamming air dodge. I remember that.
Yeah.
It was so good. It had so many iframes.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
He's all right.
Good damage output. Yeah. Kill throw.
Next character, okay.
Yes, next
Wii
character.
Fit. Wow, another one you don't know anything about.
Yeah, this
Everything's dumb. She has bad hitboxes though.
back air out of shield kind of nice. Back air out of shield kind of okay.
Too true. Next character.
Yeah, next character. All right, so
We can say a little something about this.
yeah, I've actually played a really good amount of this character, and I feel like a lot of people a lot of top players put him really, really high because he essentially has the ability to put people in very familiar situations that limit your options. He tech chases really, really well. If he back throws you, it's essentially a 50-50 if he gets the back air or not. Obviously, as soon as he puts like side B on you, like he can just read what you like to do whenever you have whenever it's about to explode. Obviously, if it's about to shield, then you get shield broken, and that's a wrap. He can just kill you at 0 off of a shield break. But if you like to fight whenever it's going off, he can probably fight better because even if he misses and someone combos him, it's very immediately interrupted by the side B hitting him. Juggling's really, really good. Obviously, the up air is ridiculous. up smash, reverse up smash at ledge covers so much actually, and it's super safe too, even if you mistime it. His grabs, unlike a lot of other sorties, is actually very threatening for the same reasons of what I was mentioning earlier. Just because he puts you in a tech chase situation, which he can capitalize off of very well, or he he might just kill you with back air if you're DIing the wrong way. On top of that, his recovery is a lot harder to hit than most people give credit for, because it looks very exploitable, but because of how big the hitbox of his up B actually is, it does make it pretty difficult. His main problem is the same thing about Mewtwo. He's really light, and the thing that puts him above Mewtwo is obviously his range and how well he can juggle and how consistently he puts people in, sticky situations that he can apply pressure off of. But at the same time, he's not quite as fast as Mewtwo as well. So that's why he's not leagues above Mewtwo. All right, next character. Do you have anything you want to input, Chugs?
Bad out of shield.
Yeah, bad out of shield, nair fake.
Next character.
All right.
Oh boy, I'm talking for another 4 seconds.
Yeah.
Her stuff is all plus, and you can't really pressure her shield because Luma will make everything like minus an extra couple frames.
Yeah. Jab ledge trapping's kind of jab ledge trapping kind of silly. Up air juggles.
That's always good.
Yeah. Up air.
And,
yeah. That's about it. You can't grab her. You can't grab her, but you can dash attack her for free.
Yeah, like if you have a move that's just like, oh, I'm gonna run into you now, and that isn't Banjo Wonderwing, you kind of just,
Yeah.
she's not gonna win the matchup. She might not lose it, but she's not gonna win.
All right, yeah.
Next character.
Okay.
He controls neutral really well, but then it's like, oh, you controlled it, but what are you forcing it into?
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, it's kind of hard to force things off of your wins on Duck Hunt as well, if he has Can out and facing the direction that he wants it to. But if you get Duck Hunt in a position where Can is like being hit the other way while you're comboing him, this character blows up.
He has 0 buttons.
Mm-hmm.
He has no combos, no shield pressure, without projectiles, can't land, terrible disadvantage, and only mediocre advantage. What does he have? Zoning.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really good, so sometimes that's all you really need. Top 8 at Evo.
Yeah, that really Rido puts this guy super high. We should mention we haven't played against enough good Duck Hunts to say whether or not that is true or not, but we haven't seen any results outside of Raito to believe that.
Okay,
next
character.
All right,
one of the characters that fell off most, then fell on, back up, and then kind of fell down again.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh, you can still just parry.
Yeah.
Ike is. This will be a short, not because we don't know anything.
Yeah.
Because
he's very simple. He's very simple.
I falling aerial or I down tilt.
Mm-hmm. Hard loses to parries. Hard loses.
If you're good at parrying, end of character. Does your character have a dash back thing? Lose matchup.
Yeah.
It's like, man, he has a sword.
His tomahawk grab is pretty okay because while he doesn't really get anything off of grab in particular, he doesn't not. Yeah. Down throw fair.
It's not to the point where it's like, oh, I'm just gonna camp shield because I'm like, oh, I don't want to take 30 every time I camp shield.
Yeah, taking 30, and also on top of that, if he puts you in a juggle situation with up throw, it's like that's kind of rough to get land through.
Ledge trapping is really good because it's just nair, it's all nair. It all comes back to nair pretty much.
Yeah,
it's fair. It's a sword move. Ugh.
Yeah, fair and bear kill pretty reliably. It's like he's just a strong guy. He's a strong sortie, but obviously his weakness is, unfortunately, he's very slow, and it's not
linear.
Yeah, it's not like Lucina, who can just kind of mash buttons and be safe for it. If he throws out something, it is relatively committable. And then the thing that really sent him back up the tier list was the up B out of shield thing. Down tilt too.
The reason if he didn't have the down tilt buff, he'd be in mid tier. He never fell to mid tier because the metagame didn't advance enough before the buffs. But now that we're here, if his approach game was still literally just nair, he would be a bad character.
Mm-hmm.
But He has the one mix-up, and that's sometimes all you need.
Also, up B out of shield is something you really have to respect. You can die at 100.
Just kills.
Yeah.
If you get up attack and he up B'd because he's a monkey who tried to read your jump, guess what? It doesn't matter. Die at 90. I at 80 even.
Yeah.
Okay, next character, Lucas.
All right.
Oh my god.
This is a really weird character because he wants to be in 2 specific spots, and if he's not in those spots, he just kind of loses. He either wants to be directly on top of you because his frame data is actually super impressive, but he lacks in range. But once he gets so far away, PK Fire starts getting really oppressive because he can just start like short hop PK firing, and it'll cover both, if you try to jump over it or if you try to, run up to him, which prevents people from...
Zaire.
Yeah, Zaire too. Dude, there's so many really funny Zaire clips of just Lucas, Zairing people across the stage.
Like his ground game, it's actually like, what? F tilts -10? Why? Ow. It's disjointed too.
Yeah.
But it's like, he lands a hit. Okay. Combo games. There.
Yeah.
You're gonna get your nair fair stuff, but that's it. No grab combos. He has, I will be lying if I said Lucas didn't have a good grab game. He can kill you with a throw at any point on stage if you're at kill percent. But nothing at low percents.
Hold on, I have to look up what Lucas's nair on shield is, because they will legitimately just nair back and forth across your shield if they get in.
Absolutely. His shield pressure is really good, because he has, retreating fair. Not only is it a sword move, not only is it frame safe, but, he gets put in the perfect position to just grab you now. Or to just short hop PK fire and then completely leave the pressure sequence and get away with it for free.
Alright. Peep this one. Fair -3 or -2 if you hit with the disjoint.
Yo!
Up air -3.
Yo!
Back air -5, -4 if you hit with the middle hitbox. It's like,
Sick.
it's like, okay, this character's a little silly. Whenever he gets close,
Yeah.
But if
spams this point.
yeah, but if someone can outbox Lucas, he does really, really hard lose the boxing, because a lot of his moves, they're very safe, but they're very slow, because that fair that I mentioned is frame 9, and obviously you gotta go through jump squat.
He has to do it falling too, and he's a floaty, so he gets to jump and then start fast falling and then fair.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. Zaire, as safe as that is, at -2 is still in frame 9, so it's like, he has slow buttons in the air for someone who's expected to box. On top of that, he doesn't box quite as well as someone like a Swordy. Like, Falcon Bear outranges most of his moves, which is kind of silly.
It's the same problem that Roy had in Smash 4, where he's supposed to be in your face, but his buttons aren't fast enough to stop people from getting in his face. Fun fact, Roy is not a mid-tier anymore.
Alright.
But he still has the same frame data, he just has a little bit more to compensate for it now.
Alright.
Side B, mostly.
Yeah, that's really what it boils down to. We should mention his... Oh, well, I guess his weakness is that he gets outboxed really easily.
He gets outboxed, his recovery is exploitable if you're the right character. Some characters can't do anything about it, and some characters just, I ran off Nair. Did you Nair? Yes, you died. Did you not? Okay, now you're PK Thundering, you're dead. Anyways.
Yeah.
You can have a specific set of tools to edgeguard him, but a lot of characters have it. Basically, either sword or some sort of gimmick.
Yeah, no get off me tool either. It makes it really rough, so that when people actually get in on him, he's like, his moves. Yeah, his moves are, like I mentioned before, really slow. All right, so because things are coming up in my household, and I'm getting messaged about it, this may actually be the last one, and I think it rounds out pretty well to round out the mid tier instead of getting into the high tier.
Okay.
All right, and hey. We come to a character that you are very familiar with, and I feel like
sword fighter.
All right, let's put our boy here, Mr. Dragon Quest.
Quest himself.
Did we rate the me sword fighter and me gunner? I don't think we did.
We only put me Brawler on here.
Yeah, we don't know anything about him. I mean, I know we don't know anything about most of the mid tier.
But
the high mid, yeah, but
Yeah. Like half those characters were just up.
Yeah, they're like We know that they're strong. We don't really know that Megunner's strong. We know he has a silly move, but that's about it.
Yeah, we all know the funny +10.
Yeah.
Hero. As someone who played Hero from day of release to October 1st, I know quite a lot about the character. He has a lot of strengths. He has a sword. He F-tilt will just win trades most of the time because of the invincibility and trample. Projectiles galore. He forces everyone to approach him besides like one character, and that's Min Min, because it's Min Min. And she gets nothing off of approaching because he can just buff himself up. Not every character can stop him from buffing himself up. And probably his best trait is that his high versatility leads him to basically not lose any matchup that hard. His worst matchup is like -1, maybe -1.5. It's like Fox.
Yeah, you have characters in this list that they do have surprisingly good strength, like Ike, for example. You know, he just juggles people, and so it's almost unwinnable for some characters, but at the same time, he fights Arsene, and you're like, ooh, sorry, buddy. You're going to have to hold that one.
What's Hero's problem? It's reverse Kirby. Who does he beat that's good? Nobody. Does he lose to that's good? Everybody except for Peach.
Yeah.
Who doesn't not? What mid-tier doesn't not lose to Peach? Anyways, but yeah, he relies on MP, which means he can't really he's supposed to be keeping you away to buff, but he sucks at keeping people away. He loses every air-to-air trade because of his frame data. His shield safety, it's safe. He's not positive in the slightest. He's -7. And the problem is that if you jump after he hits fair on your shield that's -7, you're now +4. Now he's in shield. His out of shield option, sure. Frame 7, really good. Non-committal, but it's small. So, you know, it's like... And also, the problem with this sortie in particular is not only does he not have rising aerials, which, like, that'd be a nice mix-up to have, but he has such huge gaps in his pressure. It's like, oh, I faired your shield. Now give me a second to do a short hop fastball fair, which will only take about, like, 50 frames.
Yeah, that's really what it boils down to.
But he invalidates, well, not, I won't say invalidates, but he just wins matchups. You can look at you can look at Hero, you can look at another character, you just know that he wins the matchup.
Yeah.
Do they rely on projectiles? He wins.
Hero Sonic is pretty brutal too.
Oh yeah, that's one of the characters he dismantles most. Ever watch me fight Deep Fire? Even when I stop playing Hero, I'll just pick him against Bracket, against Deep Fire, because it's just so easy, because it's like, oh, can't do his thing. That's all I really need.
Yeah.
He does have a gimmick. I mean, he has a bunch of gimmicks, but the main gimmick, besides the funk factor, where it's like, oh, you died at 50 this time. Okay. He has this thing called Ledge Slip Swoosh. Basically, run to ledge, use your up B in a special timing, and if they're recovering low, you can combo up B into down air, and they'll just die. Completely true. There's no way to escape it. So, if you're forced to recover low, you're dead.
Yeah.
End of game. And there's literally nothing you can do about it. Most characters can't do anything about it. Some characters can. If you have a really good recovery that can stall really well, or some type of like Falco type reflector, then maybe. Like those characters, like what is Mario gonna do about Hero fully charged up B sitting at ledge while he's trying to recover? He can't wait it out. He can't go around it. He just dies. But yeah, his problems are like, oh, I jumped in on him. Shit.
Yeah.
What now?
Yeah. That does sound about right.
And yeah, that's basically it. Summarize. He's a sortie who has too much gap in his pressure. He relies a lot on. I'm sparingly going to use this, which isn't good when all of your best things come from the same resource, and people just jump in on him. But he has a sword, he has projectile, and he gets really strong sometimes.
Yeah.
Steve isn't high tier, by the way. Oh yeah, there's a special bottom tier we're gonna add for him. He's even worse than that.
Don't worry, we'll get to him. All right,
we'll give him justice.
But yeah, I think that just about wraps up our mid tier. Hopefully, you know, there's no crazy opinions here. Obviously, we got Mike's opinions. We'll after we finish the tier list, we'll do a little comparison. You know, we'll have a whole stream dedicated to Mike's take.
We will need multiple streams to that one, to be honest. We're gonna need one for each tier.
Honestly, yeah. All right.
Each character.
All right. But anyways, I think that wraps it up. Thanks everyone for watching. Be sure to tune in to twitch.tv/KidPixKid to tune in. You'll get to see some Mike shenanigans. You know, you'll be able to argue with him yourself. I like that. That's a feature of my stream now.
Yeah, that should be a sub goal. Get to argue with Mike.
Little.
Again tomorrow.
So tomorrow I have schoolwork to finish up, but next stream will be yeah, tomorrow is school, and then I have schoolwork to do on the 3rd. But on the 4th, I'll be streaming, you know, the reveal trailer.
Oh, that's right, that's happening. I guess we should go. Wait, we're gonna get the tiers out of the way. Wait, what time is that? I actually don't know.
That's at 9 a.m. EST.
Okay, I guess we're not doing the tiers first.
Yeah, we'll do the tiers afterwards, and then you know, we'll do a brief discussion of, you know, what we think of Mithra and Pyra.
Actually,
And,
guess what? We can make our really shitty prediction tier after that. Actually, I just thought about that.
All right.
It won't be right, but we can.
If I had to say where this character is,
Like mid of next tier.
yeah, somewhere around here. The character looks pretty good.
He has frame data and a sword, so they can't be that bad.
Yeah. All right. Anyways.
Timer.
All right. Anyways, thanks for so much for watching yet again. We'll see you next time.